Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to sit down and just chit chat with you guys, kind of just tell you a bit about my day. Got tongue tied. And then you guys can tell me in the comments how your day's going, what you're working on. I got a cup of coffee next to me. It's super hot, so I'm not going to be drinking it for a little bit. But what I'm working on is this little shawl. Now this, I have a tutorial for this. This is Alicia's shawl. The reason I'm making another one is because I gave that one away. But I want one to go with this hat and neck warmer set that matches it. Oops. To add to my Etsy shop. So I just got done filming an episode for Cooking with Alana. I made, it's called faux potato salad, but basically it's potato salad with cauliflower. There's a little bit different ingredients that, you know, I wouldn't normally put in potato salad. Like one of them is a paprika that, I mean, I would put paprika in a potato salad, but this is a new one that my husband recently bought. And we had never used it in anything yet, so I opened it and used it in this potato salad, and it's quite strong. It's a very strong, smoky flavor, and I don't think it ruined it, but it did distort the flavor a lot. I think it'll still be good, and I'll like it. But I was more worried about my girls. Like, I'll eat anything. There's just a few foods in this world that I don't like. But everything else I'll eat. You know, one food that I cannot stand is black licorice. I can't do it. That is some rough stuff. But I mean, other than that, I can't, my light just flicker? I can't think of another food that I don't like. I mean, like beef liver, I love that. Chicken liver, gizzards. Eat all that. Now, I've never had tongue. I don't know if I could handle that. I don't know. If I didn't know what it was, when I took a bite of it and tasted it, I would probably be okay if I liked the taste and all that. But if I knew that it was tongue before I took a bite, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Ooh, I know one I cannot stand is cilantro. Oh, that is... So, years ago, I used to work in a distribution greenhouse. So what this was a big greenhouse, and we grew like a lot of herbs and you know, all the garden stuff, and we did all of the flowers and everything, and then we would sell them to like Rural King. I think they used to do Walmart, but it was before I started, and some other places like that. You know, we sold all of our product, you know, everything that we grew. Well, we would have a greenhouse full of cilantro and basil, and every time you went in there, it smelled like cat pee. Oh, I cannot eat cilantro. Now, basil, if it's mixed in with like a tomato soup, but it's not overbearing, I can handle it. It doesn't bother me. But man, if it's really strong, I can't do it. Sorry. Good news. My daughters started it's not their first jobs, because they actually worked in a different greenhouse than I was just talking about. They've worked in there for the summer before, but they would only work, like, I think they only worked like 2 days a week until volleyball started. So I mean, they weren't, I wouldn't say busy all the time at the greenhouse, but They both started their, you know, official first summer jobs. One started at Sonic, and the other one started at Subway. So I am super proud of them. So I have, for those of you that don't know, I have two girls. One I carried for 9 months. The other one, my daughter and I chose to be with us. I'll say that 'cause she's my stepdaughter, but I don't like that. I just don't like saying stepdaughter because it has such a stigma to it, and I'm not that stepmom, you know, right? But I don't want people to think, oh, she's your stepdaughter. But that's not it. My daughter and I chose her to be a part of us, you know. Kind of like my husband chose me and my daughter to be a part of them, right? But anyway, so the one that my daughter and I chose, she started at Sonic, and it was so cute. She's a junior, so she's just going into her senior year, and she came home from work and she had been making slushies, so she had slushy juice run all the way down her arm, and it stained her for 2 days, and she couldn't get it off. It was cute. And then my daughter, she came home from her first day of work, and she's like, all I've done is cut peppers and onions and whatever else she cut, and she's like, I'm sick of vegetables. And I was like, well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad you didn't come home smelling like their bread, because I love the smell of their bread. That stuff, ugh. I would have to say, you know, being on this low carb lifestyle, some things that are hard to resist, and one of them would probably be a decent like slice of bread, like a sandwich. Why do I keep doing that? But like, I know Walmart, just drop the stitch marker. Walmart sells low carb bread, but I hate it so bad. I don't like the taste at all. And I've tried toasting it. I just about put that back in my mouth. I've tried toasting it. I've tried, every which way you can think of eating a bread like that, and I don't like it. I don't know what it is in there. Ugh. And then I would have to say the other, I don't know, it's a hard choice between potatoes and noodles. Like, I miss a good bowl of homemade macaroni and cheese. Oh yeah. My husband, Matt, I'm still trying to get him on camera. He went to Wisconsin, to our property up north, and he stayed there for a week, and he has since he's been up there, he got because there's nothing there but a cabin that was like a bachelor cabin that has no running water, no electricity unless you have your generator. It's a bachelor pad, right? I don't want to stay there. I would like to use the bathroom and have a shower and all that, right? So we are building a little house with a little garage and then a shed for my husband. And he went up there and he's met with some guys and got it set up to where they did the soil test and something about putting in a holding tank for sewage, and then they come and pump it out. I don't know, we don't have that around where I live. I don't think they do anyway. I don't know. But that's what they said. And then he said he talked to a guy about digging a well. So we're going to get a well put in. And then he talked to a guy who is going to come and clear all of this. My husband told me what it was, but are you guys like me? Sometimes when your husband's talking to you about stuff you don't understand, it kind of goes in one ear, not the other, and you're like, what? Or you're just like, yeah, okay, honey. And then later you're like, wait a minute, what'd he say? So I think, I don't know, he's got it flagged off, and a guy is going to come and clear all that off. And fingers crossed, has time this summer to get us a garage built. So super excited about that. So steps are moving forward to us eventually, at some point in our lives, moving up there. When that'll be, we do not know. But hopefully it will happen. And also while he was up there, the daughter, Emma, the daughter that my daughter and I chose, she wants to go to college for forestry. And they have, did it again, they have a great college up there. So where our property is, there's a town, there's a little town called Ashland, and then down the road there's this tiny little town called Gurney. And it's, so like if you look at a map and you look at Lake Superior, there's like two little forks that come off Lake Superior, and we are like right there. And there's a college up there. And my Emma is really excited to go to school there. That's where she wants to go to college. And I'll be danged if my husband, that will talk, he's gonna get so mad at me if he knows I said this. My husband is a talker. He will yap and yap and yap and yap and yap. I mean, I've told him before, I said, honey, I have literally seen people walking away from you as you're still talking to them. Like, he'll be blah, 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 and they'll go, yeah, 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 and just keep walking away. And I'm like, honey. But anyway, so he'll walk up to anybody and just carry on a conversation with them, whether they want to have the conversation or not. Well, go figure, he happened to run into the, hold on a second, the assistant dean of the forestry department or biology. He works at that college. So he ended up getting this guy's card and his phone number, and he told Emma and my husband Matt to email him, and he will do what he can and see what he can do, you know, to help out for Emma going to school up there. And I was just like, that is amazing, honey. Of all the times that I complained to you about how much you talk and talk and talk and talk, it's like something else about him. He knows everybody. We cannot go somewhere where he doesn't know, or he doesn't come across somebody that, you know, he knows. Well, this is like a family funny story. Uh-oh. What do I do here? We took our girls when they were probably, oh dang, how old were they? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. They were younger, 6 or 7, somewhere in that age. We took them to Florida, to Disneyland or Disney World, whichever one is down there. I know there's one in California and there's one in Florida, and one of them is Disneyland and one's Disney World. I think it was Disney World. But and it's a massive place, right? And we stayed at Animal Kingdom, And there, to be able to get to the little buses that take you to different places throughout Disney World, you have to walk like, I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating, it's like a mile you have to walk through your hotel, all the floors of your hotel, all the way around everything to where the bus picks you up. So we finally make it, and it's, you know, it's hot, it's muggy, it's sweaty, and we're standing in the little area waiting to get picked up by this bus, and I will be danged if I didn't hear a guy say, "Matt Runge?" And I just stopped and I was like, it never fails. We cannot go anywhere when someone doesn't know him. And he turns around and he looks and he's like, "Oh, hey," and starts talking to this guy, and I'm like, how? But that's like a funny family story. It's like, can't go anywhere and he doesn't, you know, he'll find someone he knows or they'll find him. I think you guys would love my husband if I could. It's not so much getting him to do it, it's more finding the time, because, you know, he's got all this stuff going on with farm and, you know, around our house and, you know, up north at the property. And then I work all day, and then after I get off work, I do my thing, YouTube, dinner, house, laundry, clean, spend time with my girls. So having said that, I have a little secret that I've been waiting to talk about. And if you're still with me, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. I have decided to take a page from Fiber Spider, because I love Craig. I love him. And we are going to do, or I am going to do, not we, sorry. I don't know why I said that. I got excited. I am going to start a little gaming channel like he does, like he has. So the reason I want to do that is because I know you guys have probably all experienced one way or another. So I would call it several different things. Crochet burnout, or crochet, you know, you lost your crojo or whatnot. I'm guilty, you know, I've done it before. And I know one thing that kind of contributes to that is, you know, crocheting, watching crochet videos, you know, everything crochet, and it's just like, it eventually it can, I don't want to say old, but it can get, you know, a little burnout. I'll say that, right? And I don't want you guys to go through that. I mean, I go through it, and heck, I design and I make little prototypes, mess up, frog it all out. And you know, sometimes it's like, I've got to walk away. I got to stop. I got to take a break because I'm ready to just throw everything. And one thing that I have found that helps so much, and it's a bonding time between me and my girls and my husband, is to play a video game. Now, I will say that it was that way with my mom. So like when I was growing up, I don't want to get too much into this just because I don't want to. My twin sister and I, we didn't live with our mom. So when we did go to mom's house, one thing we would do with mom is play Nintendo. We'd play Super Mario Brothers, Sonic on the Sega, and just for hours we would spend time together doing that. So that's kind of, you know, granted that wasn't every day, right? But it was such a big part of my life that I'll never forget the time spent with my mom and my sister playing video games. You know, it's a bonding, I guess I could say. But anyway, the point of me doing it for you guys is you can, you know, watch. You don't even have to watch. You can really just listen, which I appreciate that, right? When you're crocheting, just to be able to sit and listen and not have to watch it. But yeah, just to give you a little bit of a break, you know, try something different. And I know, some of you are probably like, ugh. And I was the same way. Even though that I came from watching video games, or I mean playing video games, right? I always thought, why would you want to watch? Until I watched somebody do a video, a gaming video, and this is how mine are. So what you will see on your screen is like your whole screen right here is the video game. And then up here in this little corner is my face. And so you can see my real-time reaction to things, or whenever I was watching their video, I saw their real-time reaction to things, and it is so funny and cute. So I don't know, I just honestly, what I do when because I've filmed a few, what I do is while I'm filming, I'm thinking of how you guys would react while I'm doing it. So it's kind of, I've kind of got this mentality. If I haven't made you laugh, if you watch one of my videos and you have not laughed, or, you know, been like, oh my gosh, you know, then I haven't done my job. And I think making you laugh is the best thing I could do, along with teaching. You know, that's my crochet tutorials. And then just chit-chatting with you. This I would consider is my time. You know, everybody needs their own time to just get away and do what they want to do. And I want to crochet this and film. Or I should say this, crochet and talk to you guys. So, I mean, can I ask this? And I'm not begging, by any means. I'm not begging. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. But give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Watch a couple. I think some of you, because like I said, I understand some of you are probably like, no, I'm not watching a video game. But it's also, it's the story. Some of them some of it is the story is really nice too. So it's like you're playing, like for instance, one of them that I'm playing is on camera that I'm playing is called Days Gone, and it's like a post-apocalyptic, you know, zombies. But the story that you play through is pretty cute. Well, I shouldn't say cute. It's a love story, kind of. That's all I want to say, because I don't want to ruin it. If you're, you know, if someone is really interested, I don't want to ruin it. But I like that story. And then sometimes, you know, when you've had a rough day and you just want to chill out, sometimes it's not bad just to shoot a bunch of zombies. And then, so what, like, my game plan is, can I say pun intended there? So what my game plan is for my gaming channel, I want to have 2 games going at once. So it would be like, for instance, the game I just talked about, Days Gone, is more of a violent. It's got some rough language in it. You know, it gets a little gory at times. And so then there's that kind of game. But then there's also, for, you know, the game for people that maybe, you know, don't like that kind of stuff, which I completely understand, and I'm not judging you. You know, not everybody does. So then I have another game called Breath of the Wild. Well, it's The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that is more of a adventure. I don't want to say cartoony, but, you know, cartoony-ish, I guess. And so I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to ruin it for anyone that wants to watch it. But it's you're saving the princess, you know, typical. I was gonna say typical Zelda, but a big problem is mine is remembering that not everybody knows what I'm talking about. But so it's basically, you know, saving the princess. She was kidnapped. We got these little monsters everywhere that we got to kill, but it's not gory at all. It's really cute, and they just kind of flop around. And then you collect their body parts. It's really cute. I love that game. And actually, I have played that. My daughters and I and my husband have played that 2 or 3 times. And then the Days Gone game, we've played probably about the same. But anyway, I've gone off long enough about that. I don't have it ready yet, so I don't have it out. Well, I have it ready. I'm just not ready to announce it and not ready for people to actually watch because I'm scared and nervous. But anyway, so that's going on. I get a raise at work. I get a 3% raise, which I'm super excited about that. Actually, I'm trying to remember when my boss said we'll see it on our paychecks. And I don't remember. I think it might be this Friday, the same day that you guys are watching this. That's awesome. So I had my employee evaluation and I did good and they were proud of me and I got the raise. So I'm excited about that. I just remembered, I was talking to you about my husband in Wisconsin. The whole reason I even said that was because he is on his way home and he will be here. It depends. He's talked about stopping and staying halfway because he doesn't want to drive it's like, I think it's like 10.5 hours. He talked about staying somewhere because he doesn't want to make the entire drive. You know, he'll just sleep overnight somewhere and then finish the drive tomorrow. But I haven't talked to him for a little bit, so I don't know if he's changed his mind or if he's just going to say to heck with it and drive all the way home. So I'm excited for him to be home. And then on the vehicle front, if you guys saw my video where I was talking about everything that I posted to Etsy to sell, to raise funds, to help, well, okay, I feel like I need to explain this. So when it comes to big issues financially with my daughter, I don't feel that it's all my husband's responsibility. And even with his daughter, it's not all of his responsibility. Granted, it is him and her mom's, but I contribute too, you know. Well, me being the stubborn me, I'm like, no, I can do it. I can do it. Well, unfortunately, Jalen, my daughter, her dad had his leg amputated from the knee. I think it's just below the knee, I believe. He had his leg amputated because he was not taking care of his diabetes. And so I wasn't about to ask him for money to help pay for her truck. So, to help pay for the repair. So that's why I had decided to list some of my makes on Etsy. And I feel like I need to explain. I'm not 100% sure how the vehicles both messed up at the same time. I know my husband had, oops, I messed that up. I know my husband had mentioned to the mechanic that he thought it was because of this gas, be it bad or not. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll tell you what, my husband may have told me and it went one ear and out the other. I just know that we have a bill coming for her truck, and then we will have a bill coming for my car, which is a Subaru. I love my little Subaru. But anyway, so I kind of felt like I needed to clear that up because I was getting a comment on that video asking questions about it, and I was like, I don't know. I just know what was told to me. I haven't gotten a bill. I don't know. But I will totally, you know, once ever my husband gets home and we get the vehicle back and we get the bill paid for and find out exactly what the mechanic did, I will definitely show you guys and be like, okay, this is what was actually happening. It's just, we were kind of going with the lowest common denominator. Both vehicles had this gas put in it. Both vehicles broke down like within a day of each other. So we were kind of like, and we had never done that before. We had never, so we have diesel at the farm, but we had never had gasoline at the farm. So he got this tank, or he had the tank. I don't know. He probably told me. I don't know. And he had this company put the gas in it. And then not long after, we put the gas in the vehicle. And then like within a day, they both broke down. So we were kind of like, lowest common denominators might have been the gas. But I have no idea if it is or not. We were just assuming. And my husband, I know he called the people that he had gotten the gas from. And he told me, I mean, I wasn't standing there. He told me that, you know, he was kind of jumping them about it. I don't know. So I will let you all know once we get our vehicles back. First, when we get them back, I'll let you know that, and then I'll let you know what the actual issue was and what they did. I know my husband has to haul a big old drum over there to drain all that gas out, because apparently the mechanic doesn't have anything big enough to hold the gas from my car and her truck. And my husband told me, he's like, the mechanic told him, he says, I don't want that gas and I don't have anything I can put it in. And Matt said, well, I've got this big old drum at the farm. I'll haul it over there and we'll just, you know, drain the gas into that. But I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that was the whole situation with it, because maybe I didn't explain it good enough, and I probably didn't. I'm sorry. All right. Just gonna stop and take a look at this. It's looking good. Oh, I've got something that I want to, how can I show you this? I finished a tutorial that you will see. So when you watch this, it's going to be Friday, the 9th. And like I always release my tutorials on Monday. So I just finished Monday's tutorial and I am so proud of it because of all the hard work I put into it, all the designing that I had to do. And so what it is, it's a top. So it's not like a tank top or anything, but it's so the sleeves like come down to like right here, and it's got a neck, and it's solid from like here down. If you guys haven't seen my shirt, my husband bought me this. It says my kids are butt heads. I just think it's funny because it's calling my kids butt heads. I don't have goats. I'm not a farm girl. Not cut out for that lifestyle. Country, yes. Farm, no. we raise grain. Anyway, so with this top, so it comes to about right here, and it's just solid double crochets down, and then from here up, and the sleeves is a shell, like a two double chain two double shell, and then the sleeves come down so far, and it's the same. And then we have a collar, and then we work a picot shell around the collar and then around the sleeves. And I made a matching shawl to go with it. Oh, I'm so excited. I think you guys are gonna love it. So what I did, do you guys remember when, is it Premier that sells those bobbins? They had the bobbins for like $1 something or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly, but so what I did is I bought a bunch of those, and I bought a bunch of two colors. So, and I thought to myself, I have got to make something really nice with this. So I thought, I want to make a top with a matching shawl. And if you guys don't know, bobbins come with 3 different colors on them, and I think they're 181 yards on the bobbin per color. Is that right? I think. And so I mean, you get a decent amount of each color, and then I think the entire bobbin is like 5 something. My husband just texted and said he's halfway home. Anyway, so you get the 3 colors. You get a light, a variegated, and a dark. So like the one that I made the top with, you get a light purple. It's a little lighter than the shirt I'm wearing, and then a dark one, a dark purple, and then you get like the variegated, like the cross between both of them. So like what I'm talking about is like a real choppy variegated between the light and the dark. And I made the top with the light and the shawl with the variegated, and I like it. I really like it. I wish I would have made the shawl out of the solid. I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't have looked good or not, but I'm super proud of it. I made it for small, medium, large, extra large, and 2X. And after that, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm sick of designing this thing. I've got yarn in my mouth. Yeah, so I'm super excited for you guys to see that. It is going to be, why do I keep messing this up? It's gonna be 3 parts. 1 part is the shawl, and then the shirt is gonna have to be 2 parts, which each part is like over an hour long. Well, part 1 is an hour and 13 minutes, and then part 2 is like 58 minutes, I think. Yeah, that tutorial that you're gonna see Monday took me over a week to film. And well, that's why I've done so many like little tutorials, is because I'm trying to give myself time to get this big project done, because it took forever to design it. You know, not only design it, but design the different sizes, and then film it and make sure I have everything right. And then it takes a day to what am I stuck on? To edit, render, and then upload. But I am really excited for you guys to see this. And then after that is, so Monday, which will be Friday, I think Friday's the 9th, Saturday 10, Sunday 11, Monday the 12th is the shirt and shawl, and then that following Monday is going to be the broom doll, which I'm really excited about too. And what I'm thinking about doing is so like for the colors of the dress, obviously you guys know me. When I make a tutorial of something little, I like to do more than one, and I like to do a variation of the colors. So what I'm thinking about doing is basing each of the variations of the colors that I do, like each doll that I do, off a flower. So I'm thinking about doing like brown and yellow, or maybe green and yellow, or maybe like a hunter green, I don't know, for like a sunflower. And then, or I could just do yellow and brown for like a cone, no, not a cone flower, black-eyed Susan, is that what it is? Is that what that is? It's got the big old dark brown, like the center, and then the yellow, the little yellow petals around around it. I think that's what that's called, a black-eyed Susan. I don't know. Or, ooh, I could base it like off summer wildflowers. So like a cone flower. See, my mind is blah, 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 blah. I had somebody comment on my video the other day, And I don't take offense to it, because I know she's 100%, if it's a girl, I don't know who it is, if I know that she is 100% right. I have a mind track that splits in like 4 different ways, if that makes sense. So I could be talking about one thing going this way and be like, oh yeah, go this way, forget about this one, and then go, you know, I'm going down this track and be, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and then this one, and then be like, oh yeah, I gotta go back to this one. And that's just me. I've got to get it out or I'm gonna forget it. But so that's what I'm thinking about doing, is all of the ones that I do, base them off flowers, you know, the color combos off of different flowers. Like you could do red and green for a poinsettia, or red and green for a rose. Let's see, what else? It's easy for me to just sit down in front of this camera and blah, 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 blah. Tonight, we are having for dinner, I'm gonna do burgers, and then I made that faux potato salad. I really hope that smoky paprika didn't ruin that. I don't think it would have, but it was pretty strong. And I made it the same way I've made it with, you know, all the other times I've made it. It's just that paprika, I could tell the smell was a little different. All right, let's finish this row. Well, what time is it? I've got more strands of that homespun in my mouth. Oh, it's only 5:30. I guess I need to go switch laundry. Oh, make sure my girls got clean clothes for work. Oh, I'm sure there's something else I could probably clean up in the meantime. So I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate you guys for watching. If I could, I'd hug every single one of you. And thanks for just listening to me ramble. It's a little ironic that I tell you how much my husband is a yapper, and here I am sitting in front of a camera talking to myself, kind of. You know what I'm doing? While I'm doing this, I'm literally picturing you guys just sitting here listening to me. Or it's almost like it's a little therapeutic. Does that make sense? Like I can get it off my chest when I'm just talking to my camera, picturing you guys watching. It's weird. I know. I'm weird. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe, because you don't want to miss what I've got coming up. I'm telling you, it's exciting. And check out my description box. I'll have the link to my all my social media platforms, and then I'll have my my Etsy and my cooking channel. I have posted to, I just haven't made it public yet because I'm nervous. I know. I get in front of the camera and I'm just like, oh my gosh, do I sound like a dork? Anyway, alright guys, so I'm gonna have all that listed down below, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you Monday. Bye.